Hey, what's going on, family? This is Ty from No Picks Podcast.
No Picks Podcast.
All right, so today we have some content from TikTok, right? So there's a student that was expecting to graduate from 12th grade this year, but his school informed him that he's going to be knocked back to 9th grade because he failed all his classes and basically he's a terrible student, right? So we're gonna play the clip and react to it.
An alarming discovery out of a Baltimore City high school where hundreds of students are failing.
We found a student who's passed 3 classes in 4 years and is ranked near the top half of his class.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma. But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years in school? He didn't fail. The school failed him.
She thought her oldest son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3.
I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things, to go to the next grade. And, the right grades, you have the right credits.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only one teacher requested a parent conference, which France says never happened. No one from the school told this mother her son was failing and not going to class.
An alarming discovery out of a Baltimore.
Bruh.
So y'all saw the clip, right? Joe, my question to you is, who's at fault for her child? Let me ask. Who's at fault for her child failing 22 classes, showing up late to school, or absent 272 times within that 4-year period? Is it the school or is it a different problem?
There's so much to unpack with this video. So I think, oh my goodness, bro. So I placed the biggest chunk of the blame on mom. Like, mom, take this L. I don't know if dad was around. I don't want to assume you was a single mom. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't know but the fact that you have your child going to high school and that child misses, more than half of year. 200, I don't know. It was more than half a year he missed of school. In the 3 years. So basically he did 2 years in 3 years. And he's failing all those classes and you never inquired. You never went to go see like a parent. They have parent teacher conferences even in high school. They always have them. You never went to one. You didn't have any interest to go to a parent teacher conference at all. Like you just believed your son at face value. And the fact that the son was even like either cutting school or just not going, I don't even know where the child was. Was he home? Like, there's so many unanswered questions, right? But with that many absences, it's like, how did you not? I don't know, bro. I put it on mom. I put the biggest part of the blame on mom. Like, how are you not up on your son's education and what he's doing? You know what I mean? Like that's my first thought. Who do you think the biggest part of the blame is on?
The mom is to blame 1,000%.
Right.
1,000%.
And Pop if he's there. Right.
All on you. I'm not trying to hear nothing about the school.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's your job to make sure your fucking kid is doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
You're the one that failed your kid, not the school. You are the fucking incompetent parent. Absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. No. You do not get a pass on this. It's not the school's fault that your fucking kid is going to be 17 in the 9th grade. It's your fault. It's your fucking fault. You're the one that failed your kid. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you have a job. I don't know. Whatever it is, you're the one at fault. It's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. That's my initial thought.
Right.
You failed as a parent.
You failed.
Not the school. You failed as a parent. And that's just the end of it. That's
yeah.
No.
No, I agree because I could imagine the comments now. Well, how will she know? The school didn't notify her. The school didn't sell her nothing. This and this and that. And it's just like, yo, shut up. What are you talking about? It don't take nothing but a phone call. Call the main office and be like, hey, can I talk to his homeroom teacher? Can I get a school calendar so I know when the conferences are happening? Like just a little bit amount of just investment in that child's education, and you can find out some information and know, and be able to access that information. But she never looked at his report card. You
Right.
mean in all these years, you never asked to see his report card?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me. So you didn't know your son was going to get left back, but you saw if you did look at it, you saw he was failing classes. Did he make them up in summer? Did he take Saturday classes like people had the option to? Like, did he make up those credits? You need a certain amount of credits to graduate.
Yeah.
He didn't have them, so they pushed him back because that's where he should be according to how many credits he acquired.
Right.
And yes, the school did some fuck shit. They pushed him. Sorry, I'm gonna cuss. They pushed him through even though he was failing. That I don't understand. Like, sure, if he failed English 1, why are you not back in English 1? Why are you in English 2 now? If you failed English 2, they pushed him to English 3. And that for me doesn't, like, they kept pushing him basically through the system for whatever reason. And then at the end, they were like, oh, no, you got to go back, bro. You ain't got the credits. Something weird was going on, right?
Yeah.
The school, I don't know. Something's off. Something seems off. Something seems
Bro,
off.
it's her fault because they say he failed 22 classes.
I know.
So you don't look at your kid's report card. Like, even if
Right.
you don't do it half the year, at the end of the year, you don't look at your kid's report card and be like, okay, cool.
Right.
And then if he fails all his classes, you don't put him on punishment for the summer.
Right.
Or put him in summer school, and then when he comes home, that's the end of his day. He just studies, and that's it.
Right.
So what this tells me is that this mom used school as a daycare. That's what this tells me.
Yeah.
You didn't give a fuck what your kid did from the hours of, I don't know, let's say 8 to 4. You didn't give a fuck what he did.
Right. Right.
He just wasn't what you was working, you was doing whatever, or maybe getting your back blown out by a Pookie. Whatever you were doing, you didn't give a fuck.
Right.
And you didn't care throughout the 4 years because if he failed 22 classes, you knew he failed some classes.
Right.
So it shouldn't take the school to say, yo, go back to 9th grade as basically a grown-ass man. This nigga got to start shaving soon.
Yeah, right.
And he's
17.
in 9th grade. And there's people in the 9th grade. How old are you in the 9th grade? What, 13? 12, 13?
Yeah, about
so he's
13,
17
12,
with 13-year-olds. And I bet you he's still going to be a dumbass because he never learned Algebra 1 or 2 or whatever.
And now he'll be a bully because now he's a grown-ass man around kids, so he can bully whoever he wants. You know what I mean? Like...
So no, it's not the school's fault. It's your fault. You knew he failed those classes. It's not the school to tell you every time he fails a class, like, hey, this is what he failed. This is what he failed. This is what he failed. No, I'm on top of that. Me as a father, I'm on top of that shit. Like my son, I told you this. My son right now is having disciplinary issues. His mom, one of his teachers called me this week. I'm like, listen. She was like, whatever, some petty stuff, and I'm like, she was like, yo, there's other students saying that he said this. You know, can you talk to him? I need to know whether or not I need to know who's lying. I said, can you put him on the phone? She put him on the phone. I said, yo, you need to tell me the truth, and you need to tell your teacher the truth. I'm not gonna say nothing else about it. He was on the phone quiet for like maybe 6-7 seconds. Then I'm like, did you do it? He's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, now tell her and apologize. So he says, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I heard a conversation between them. Then I was like, give her the phone. He gives her the phone. Me and her talking. I'm like, listen, anytime you need to call me, I'm right here. Blah blah blah. If he ends up being a menace to society, that's on me. I'll eat that 100%. I got no problem doing that.
Yeah.
Because I failed as a father.
Right.
And guess what, man? You failed as a mother.
Yeah. She looked so bad. Like, I don't know if she understood what was happening at the moment, but I'm like, you made yourself look really bad, Mom. Like, I'm sorry. You really, really did. Because part of me is like, okay, so the school didn't reach out. The school didn't notify you. Like I said, just the smallest amount of investment. A quick little call to the office, to the home, to get one of his teacher's numbers, look for a school calendar, anything. Go to the school website if they had one. Go to the calendar. Any of that, you could have had you would have known what path your son was on. So yeah, you take this L. And what's crazier than that school, they were saying her son was still over 50% of the school. Yeah. Already failing. Did you catch that? Yeah, he said he was already in the top half with where he was with all the classes. I'm like, wow, bro.
Our kids are fucking up, bro.
Isn't that crazy?
Our kids are reading like below grade level. It's like yo,
This is alarming. This is very
It's,
alarming.
it's really, really bad, bro.
And it's getting worse. And
Yeah.
and there's been videos talking about like Gen Z, and now Gen Alpha, but Gen Z talking about Gen Z can't do math and read.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm thinking it's like memes or just jokes, but now I'm just like, yo, people are really being like, yo, these kids can't read and they can't do
Bro,
math.
all these people, all these kids, they don't give a fuck about this shit because they all think they're going to be social media influencers. All of them think they're going to be like all of them think they're going to be Kai Cenat. All of them think they're going to be Aiden Ross. All of them think they're going to be DJ Academics. All of them think they're going to be, I don't know, any weird YouTuber that you see. You see the type of YouTube.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Your daughter watches. My fucking kids watch like Skibbity Toilet and shit, like weird, like bro, weird ass shit. I be sitting there like, these kids are fucking weird. Anyway, that's besides the point. Yo, I don't think they have any interest in doing school shit because they all think they're going to be like entertainers, YouTube,
right,
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. They think they're going to be rich that way, so they like fuck all the school shit, and that's not true. And, so there's going to be the unhoused population is going to skyrocket.
And that's what scares me, bro, because they're going to be the future unhoused people. That's a euphemism, unhoused. And they're also going to be the people working at, the fast food joints, pumping your gas, checking you out the Walmart.
No, bro. It's going to be robots. So they ain't going to be doing nothing.
It's not even going to be, we're going to be automated. So there's not going to be a space for them. Once they start paying people $20 an hour at a McDonald's and people switch the machines because of that. Y'all keep playing with this minimum wage in these fast food restaurants. They're gonna put them robots in that bitch. You're gonna be all these kids. You're gonna be replaced by a kiosk or something, bro. No, yeah, and that's what's scary, bro. But this is the future. And then you got these grown ass kids who can't incompetent, can't read and can't write, and still living with mom and dad. And I'm like, yo, it's about to be a lot of unhoused early 20-year-olds too, cause I ain't paying for your grown ass. Like, you got me. Yeah.
I'm not strapped right now. I told you this before. I'm about to get strapped. Like I'm about to get, because it's gonna be a lot of people looking to make a meal out of somebody.
I know, bro.
And
I know.
I'm not gonna be nobody meal. Like, so straight up. So somebody come in here, they gonna have to leave. You know what I mean? With more holes than they came in with. So
yeah, this is wild. This is wild. All right, so sorry, family. We went on a nice little tangent, but we're still talking about education, about this chick. Right. Like, it's crazy right now. But I don't know where we at. We still got some time, because I was thinking too. Like, so they said over hundreds of kids have failed already. But the fact that he was in the top half alarmed me too, because we spoke before about that situation in Baltimore where they had like that one little area where like 13 of the schools in that area, most of the kids weren't even reading at fourth grade reading levels, based on all the standardized testing, everything that they were doing, and most of them were reading on like maybe third or fourth reading level, and they were all failing the standardized test. None of them were passing. Like, these kids were all failing, and I'm just like, bro, like, this is bad, yo. Like, this is really bad. This is a problem, bro. Like,
listen, you can't even join the army if you can't read.
You got to pass the ASVAB, I imagine, just to get into any military branch.
Right. It's like a bare minimum requirement.
Right.
So like, what is your job for this whole generation that's like reading at fourth grade level? What can you possibly do?
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know, bro. The future looks interesting, man. I don't want to be.
Like, I think the people that are equipped that have good strong parenting will be fine.
Yeah.
The other people, which will be the vast majority, are just going to be fucked, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. There's a clip going, not viral, but it's going around on TikTok now of Mark Cuban, and they're talking about automation, and he's saying within the next 5 years, he was like, yo, most of the jobs that you see now are going to be gone in like the next 5 years. He was like, I'm afraid to see where we're going to be at in 5 years as far as the job economy. He's like, because so much is going to get automated, and he's talking about it, and I'm like, more people are talking about it. Remember Andrew Yang? I didn't support his campaign, but when he was running for president, he was also running on automation. He was just like, yo, we have to address this now. So some people have been trying to bring that conversation to the mainstream. These young people don't understand. Like, y'all caught up in delusion. Y'all can't do basic arithmetic. Y'all can't read and write. Y'all don't have any skills. Y'all ain't about to have no jobs. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, where's the place for them? Like, what is going to happen? This is really concerning.
If they don't make it as a TikTok influencer, as a YouTube influencer, then they're fucked.
This is bad. This is bad, man. And going out there, I can't imagine being out there in the job market as unskilled labor. So that's a person who just only has a high school diploma. Right. And it's crazy to classify them that way, but that's the way the government classifies it. Unskilled labor, like to be out there with no like certifications, no trades, no skills, barely getting past if you're like a C or D student, you know what I mean? Like, what does that world look like for you, man? I can't even imagine.
I'll tell you what it looks like for me. Getting strapped. That's what that looks like for me. I need to get strapped straight up, bro. Because I ain't got no strap. I still believe in a little bit of the goodness of people. And I still got some confidence. So somebody jump in my window, I can piece them up real quick.
Yeah.
However, if it's gonna be like a whole group of motherfuckers, what I'm gonna do, right? Like,
Right.
but
No,
no, I need to get strapped. I mean, you ain't gonna change this generation. It's too late. This kid's 17.
I know.
He's gonna drop out. He not starting back at 9th grade. It's too embarrassing.
Right.
He's dropping out 100%.
Absolutely. And also, and the fact that, and this is the other thing too, because usually they would make it so that if you failed so many times, then you have to pay for your education, right? So a certain amount of times, for a certain period of time, it's free. But now I'm thinking, wait a minute, so who's paying for him to go all the way back and take these classes again? Is that tax money? Because that seems wasteful, bro. I'm not going to keep paying for people to just stay in high school perpetually. Like, is that really a system that we have right now? I don't want to pay for that. So that's problematic too. Like,
it would be like what? He's 17, he goes to 9th grade. He'd be like 22 as a senior?
if that's the way it works, I'm assuming the credits he already has, they still count. So all he has to do is make up the ones that he don't have. I'm
Maybe
thinking
skip a grade or something. Like
maybe there's got to be a way to accelerate him through the process. Like, you know what I mean? Like, please, bro, don't tell me you got to do 9th grade all over again, broski. I don't know, bro, but this is just the problem. Yeah, bro, this is a hot mess, and this is sad. And parents, please, family, please be invested in your children's future. If you just go to a report card conference, check the homework, talk to the teacher if you have to, go to their games or go to an award ceremony. Just show them that you're invested somehow and that you care, like, you know what I mean, and check up on them, because kids is kids. Part of parenting is like being there and knowing kids are going to try to get away with whatever they can, but we got to be there to be like, nope, you know what I mean, like we have to be. That's when the parenting kicks in. That's the hard job, not, you know.
It's on you, mom. You fucking suck.
Yeah,
Hopefully you don't have any other kids, because I'm sure you didn't pay them any attention either.
I hope
So,
not.
tell us what y'all think, family. Like, comment,
Yeah,
subscribe. Let's have a conversation about it.
yeah.
Yeah, this next generation is a bunch of dumbasses, I guess.
Until next time.
Yeah, until next time.